The year of the snake in 2025 was a year of release, right? Of shedding the old skin, the old wounds, peeling it off, letting it die, letting some relationships die quietly, letting the energy, giving the energy its space to move. It was the year of the snake was a time to sit in the shadows, to sit in introspection, to sit in the cave. And I know a lot of you who have been doing this, and I did this perfectly. Well, I mean, there was nothing perfect about the year of the snake, because it was all coming up to the surface, and there's still a lot coming up to the surface. But jump to the year of the horse, which is right now, February 17, 2026 is the beginning of this. This is all about movement, momentum, change. It's all we're not hiding anymore. We're not hiding in our cave anymore. The fire horse. I mean, there's 5 elements in each of the animals. The fact that the fire comes with the horse, those are 2 very wild, if you can think about that, right? This is a movement energy. This is we're not sitting anymore energy. And if you think about it, this is not like waiting for permission or waiting for validation anymore or approval. This is just going for it. And if we look at the Western Zodiac, if you look at all the fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, these 3 signs, there is no sitting around. Although I'm Leo, Sagittarius, there's no sitting around. And these are impulsive signs, spontaneous. They roar, or they travel, or they move into, they impulsively open businesses, or this is that kind of energy. In this year of the horse, the fixed signs, which is still Leo, by the way, which is Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and I always forget this. Aquarius. Okay. These 4 signs are gonna be in full resistance mode, because they're fixed is like you're more grounded, right? So change is a little bit more challenging, just a little bit more challenging, a little bit more triggering, let's say, for the fixed signs. Water signs are going to have a ride of their life, let me tell you, right? Like, think about it. Fire, water puts out the fire for sure, but the fire is like going to force a lot of change in water signs. There's going to be a lot of emotional breakthroughs for the water sign. It's it's all done. It's all an evolutionary process in the end, right? So water signs would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So if you're a fixed sign, you're like everything. It's all good though. Don't let's not attach too much to these things. We're just having fun here, right? So before I get into talking more about the fire horse, I want to do the evolution arc so we understand this, right? So if we do like the year of the snake, and then we go into the year of the horse, and we could see how this evolution is going to happen. Right? So the year of the snake, like I said, it's like this release of trauma. A lot of people cut cords. A lot of people had silent realizations. We had like these moments where we were in our cave and we're like, I don't know how many times I did a moment in this past year. Sometimes I shared it with you, and sometimes most of the time I didn't. I just shared it with my phone so Big Brother could hear me. But otherwise, or I wrote it in a journal. It's just like this. The year of the snake felt to me like an emotional detox. right? Because we were more silent, the snake is silently slithers into the tall grass, right? he's not like I'm a lion, hear me roar kind of energy. Like us too, as soon as the energy emerges, we see it, we feel it, and then we shed it, right? We have to move through these energies. It's not like the snake came around and was like, oh, let's just shed. No, we went through it. In the grass and in the water and on the mountains, we went everywhere, right? We really went everywhere with these emotions. And a lot of us have not fully moved through these emotions, and that's okay, right? But the thing is, with the horse, the only thing with the horse is that if some of you avoided the shedding in 2025, the horse will drag you. That is the difference. Like the year of the snake gave you that year to, okay, let's just face these mirrors, just face these things and these energies, right? Sit where you can, go in the nature, go in wherever you want, but this has to come up. The horse the horse we know is a compassionate animal, of course, but the fire horse is all about speed. It's all about movement. So he's not sitting with you like the snake did. He's like, we're going, right? So this I'm going to talk about this a little later, because that could be there. It's here where you're going to see that there's going to be a little bit of resistance, and some of the animals here are going to have a harder time, right, moving through this year. But there's a lot of good too coming, right? So now we jump into the horse, the year of the horse, right? We've all done all what we needed to do with the snake, and now we move into the year of the horse. And this is like where the snake was more private and more secluded, the horse is more public, more recognition, more hello, I'm here kind of energy. So that's going to be to me, it's like a polarity, right there, because everything is in, and this is like, oh. So like a lot of bold decisions are going to be made this year, from you, from people around you, from other external forces, perhaps. You're going to feel a lot more this, and you're going to feel more what is it, like diving into, like taking risks. Like you're going to feel that momentum. You're going to be like, oh, you know what? Fuck it. I'm doing this kind of thing, energy, right? The horse is going to be like, yeah, let's do this. The horse is not going to let you go into your cocoon anymore. So with this fire horse being movement, right? Every time I think of a horse, I think of chariot energy as well. Like, okay, let's move, let's go. Like, what does moving mean? Moving home, moving to a new country, moving to a new city, changing where you are living right now, like changing things up, travel, relocation, exactly, all of that. Moving because your career, there's a career opportunity in another country. So you're like, okay, this is the year that once you bring it up to the surface, the fire horse energy is going to like push you. It's not going to make you question. So that's a kind of interesting year for a lot of us. And yeah, with that comes this need to, open new businesses, open new communities, open new centers, open this desire to share what you've been through, maybe creating a YouTube channel, like whatever it is, like, and the fire horse is gonna, of course, encourage you. But the fire horse also brings impulsive choices, which is kind of a good thing, because I kind of like the idea of stop overthinking, right? Like just put you into spontaneity mode. Like yes. It's like a yes year. Let's do it. Okay. And the consequences we'll deal with after. So that's kind of a beautiful thing. This is not a quiet year. I'm not seeing, I don't see this as This is a very visible year. This is like a look at me year, or look at us year, or let's just, let's make these dreams come true kind of year, which is beautiful, but it could be tiring too. So let's go. I'm going to continue. I've written things down because, I am a tarot reader and not a Chinese astrologer. So the fire horse energy, the gifts of it. I'm going to talk gifts and wild cards. Gifts are, the amazing things the gifts that it's bringing this year. And the wild cards are like the reverse of tarot, let's say, right? So the gifts this year is going to bring magnetism, charisma. You're gonna start to feel a little bit more like like outgoing. You're going to feel like maybe, like if I just related to myself, last year I was indoors, people. I had no desire to go outside. Even in the summertime, I had no desire to mingle with people. I had no desire. And so perhaps this year is the total polar opposite. It's going to be like party time or whatever it is, right? It's just the energy. Anyways, you don't have to follow and abide by the energy. It's just you're going to feel it around you in your life. There's obviously with that comes confidence, right? And there's going to be a lot of creative breakthroughs, a lot of relationship breakthroughs. Like breakthrough feels like every time I see a fire, I just picture the fire horse in my head. I picture a black stallion with fire on his mane, running through the fields or a desert. That's how I can imagine it. So yeah, and there's and I don't see him stopping for the whole year. So he's gonna probably travel the whole world, because I don't see maybe stopping to drink water and boom, out again. That's the year. We're getting ready to lift off. And the thing is that there's no stopping. That's the thing. So it's kind of for someone who leads a very quiet life, who's very reserved, might see this fire horse as danger, like this. Oh my God, no. But it's not gonna, ultimately you're the human, you're the avatar in this movie, and you choose your way, right? So the thing with this fire horse feels like career leaps, if you've been working or school, recognition at school or recognition of the job you've been doing, all the hard work you've been putting in YouTube, it's going to be recognized, things are going to you're going to feel, I was going to say feel at ease, but you're going to be put in the spotlight, perhaps some of you. That's the momentum. That's momentum. If you're artists, maybe you're actors, or you're going to win awards, or musicians, there's this kind of energy showing up here for the fire horse. There's obviously physical vitality, makes a lot of sense here because the horse is a physical animal. Very muscular, so there's a lot of that energy showing up that perhaps there's going to be more people running alongside the horse, and the horse will be running with you, whatever that is, what else is there? Less sedentary weight kind of energy, more active, walking, running, whatever, doing things, I can't even think of cycling, active. And with fire always comes sensuality, right? So that is going to be opening up the chemistry, the sensual chemistry coming up, romantic, but more sensuality, which is beautiful because the snake revived the sensuality, right? It's like the Kundalini was awakening that was the purpose of the snake. It was awakening your sensuality, your confidence, your love of body, your love of self. And the horse is okay, now you got that, let's go. Let's go show yourself to the world. And regardless of what you think of yourself or how you perceive yourself or whatever, it's just this your magnetism is on a high. I mean, freaking awesome, amazing. And then freedom. I mean, for me, I just equate horse with freedom. So whatever that means for you, right? For me, freedom to, speak, freedom to be me, freedom to be transparent, freedom to, whatever that is for you, that is what that is. And it's amazing to me. Now the wild card of the horse energy. Of course, there's always like a polarity, right? The wild card is that you might be too overconfident, right? You might, ego comes up a lot with the horse, right? When you are too passionate and too powerful kind of thing, your ego is like, yeah, baby, let's do this. And there could be a lot of ego clashes. And that could be challenging if you think about it in this world setting. So where the fire horse is encouraging us to do, be, like rise up, like, awaken, rise up against or whatever, or for, or whatever it is. There's also that ego, elitist, let's say ego, like coming in and saying, oh, feeling threatened. So that could be an interesting blow up this year. I can't wait to see that. Anyways, with this impulsivity comes like also burnouts. You're burning your bridges too fast. You're hitting a wall. That could happen too, because you're like, move, and then people get addicted to movement, right? But at one point, the universe is like, yo, you gotta, like, that's why we have to find a balance here. And the restlessness, 100,000%. Oh, wow, this is a big one for me. So conflict from brutal honesty. So, because the more your movement, momentum you have, it's harder to stop. So, I'll talk about this in an ego. I'm going to do an ego video soon. You can watch that. So, starting too much, finishing too little. Yeah. So that, again, if you're in a momentum, you're starting this, starting that, doing this, and moving here, going everywhere. And then after, you're not doing anything, right? So this is just something we have to be careful of. Just be, we're all adults here. We have to just be very aware of like the choices we make. Like in the horse reading, I talk about choosing a lane and then staying in that lane and running with that lane. So, which is horse energy, right? It's the same idea. If we choose 10 lanes and we run, we'll never make it, right? We'll just tire ourselves out. And there's emotional volatility, which makes sense in fire, because again, fire, if you think Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, they are like, they're the starters, and they're like so excited. Like if you think about, so excited to start a project, to share their dreams, or go do this, go travel, and then they get tired at one point, and they're like, oh, because they put so much energy in that beginning, right? So think about that a little. So, we're not here to, we don't want to, like, how can I say this? We don't want to like exterminate the fire, we don't want to tame it. We need to just learn to ride it. That's the key here. So, like fire, the fire horse is not, it's not seeking validation. You're moving into an energy that is pushing you to your next step, to your next project, to your next relationship, and there's no slowing down. So just learn how to slow down in this as well, because you don't always have to follow his blazing trail all the time. It's for me, I feel like it's what I'm getting out of this: run to what scares you the most, right? Like, let's just go for it. There's no place to hide in the year of the horse. fire horse. It's time to leap. It's time to jump. It's time to go. So I'm going to pull a overall energy just to get, you know, the feeling. I've already talked to you a little bit about it, but let's just pull what tarot has to provide for us here. Wow, that's a nice card to get. The Four of Wands. Aries energy. Hilarious. The Four of Wands is celebration, victory, marriage, you know, enjoying life. The foundation is already set, and now it's time to live a little, right? It's kind of the same idea. It's time to stop trying so hard to establish a career, to get a husband or wife or girlfriend or boyfriend. We're always trying. Like, enough. The Four of Wands, like, okay, if it's gonna come, it's gonna come. Trust that. You've already established, the pillars are already set in place. The Four of Wands, enjoying life. So celebrating the little wins as much as the big wins. That's nice. Me gusta. Like that. And at the bottom of the deck is the Nine of Swords, which is you in that year of the snake saying, oh my God, no, but I have so much to deal with. I don't know, maybe it's not the right time. Maybe I'm not going to listen to the year of the horse. I don't want to do anything else. And this is that. And the Four of Wands, like, absolutely not, dudes. Like, what are you doing? We're here. We're ready. We're ready to fly. We're here. We're galloping. You know, we're not trotting. We're not like standing. We're going. Are you coming? That's the reading. All right. So in the next part is your animal. We'll get it in there. We'll get into that, obviously. And yeah, so I'm enjoying this momentum. This is like amazing. Don't fear the momentum. You know, just run with it. It's a time to jump in the fire and not fear the burning flames. Instead of seeing it, just see it as a new opportunity, right? Like, or see like as, I mean, I've taught you. It's not that I'm teaching you anything, but in past videos we've done like rejection and feeling like being okay with being the villain of a story, and all of that gets you ready for this step. You know, gets you ready for, okay, yeah. You know, so what? You know, the snake got you ready, got you strong enough and got you grounded enough to get ready for this movement. So, are you ready? Check out your animal signs. And also, if you're new here, my name is Sabrina, by the way, and I do tarot readings. You can book sessions with me, and you also can just watch my videos, encourage me, like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, blah. And that's it. I also have Zodiac notebooks on Amazon that are fun and snarky like me. So I love you, and I'll see you in your animals. Bye. If you're a rabbit in this year of the horse, fire horse, you'll be forced into emotional honesty. You will be tested emotionally. Your wild card this year is avoidance. So you avoiding conversations, you avoiding conflict may not be the way to go this year, because it may backfire. Rabbits are gentle, you know, sensitive, but you're being asked to speak up, to express yourself. And remember, you know, soft does not mean silent. And it doesn't mean that you have to be loud. But unfortunately, in this year of the horse, sensitivity and loudness will become a factor here, because the fire horse is very loud. Well, hello, my beautiful warriors of love. My name is Sabrina. For everyone that's new here, I'm a tarot reader, not a Chinese zodiac expert. I am not saying that I am. I've done my research. I have all my information in front of me, so I'll be referring a lot to these texts in front of me. And I'll also be pulling cards. So let's get into this. Rabbits, as I said, super sensitivos, very emotional. One of the interesting things I discovered as I was doing my research on rabbit is they can't stand chaos. The interesting thing, if you're a follower of mine, I just introduced a new series called Divine Chaos, which everything is chaotic. There's no schedules. There's no, I'm just whatever. So you must be having a very challenging time following me in this series. And, I pat you on your back that if you're still here. Because you will be tested in this fire horse year. And I'm just the beginning of your testing. So there's this the reason I did chaos as an aside is because we need to grow. Growth only occurs in discomfort and in chaos. And that's kind of what's happening for you, Rabbit, in this year of the fire horse. Remember, with all the other the other animals, I also gave them the corresponding Western Zodiac signs. This is not 100% accurate because the years change, so it can be 100%, but there is some association. So with Rabbit, it's Cancer and Libra. And Cancer is the sensitive, the emotionally aware side of it, and Libra is the more harmony, diplomacy of a rabbit as well. So it's really beautiful. I mean, it's going to be an interesting year for you because, as we see already, fire is very impulsive. Rabbits are sensitive, but they're strategic. So the signs that are very strategic will be triggered because the fire horse does not does not focus on strategy. Right? It's just like running. It's not like it doesn't know. He doesn't know what's coming next. He's just running to it. He'll figure it out when he gets there, which is very fire, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, right? They just jump on a plane and they go travel. They open businesses and figure it out after, kind of thing. So you don't. You think about it, and it takes. It's you're more emotionally invested in anything that you do, a relationship, a business, or whatever. So this is going to be an interesting year for you. And, this is just 1 year. And also don't attach too much to it. Don't say, oh my God, I'm done for. No, because it's just your avatar. You are just your stronger soul within you. So don't get attached to the stories either, right? This is all for fun. This is all for just general knowledge. But you know better, right? You have the inner wisdom. All right, let's begin. I want to show you the tarot card that came out, which was, all the tarot cards I've been pulling out for all the animals, they all made sense with the explanation. So Ace of Swords, what is that? Communication. The fact that this card here has this victory wreath on the tip of the sword and also has this green plant kind of, which feels more gentle. Because the sword is biting words, it's very sting, that's the way, obviously, if it pricks you, it frickin' hurts, right? So the fact that it has this, I know the wreath is there for it's winning if you speak up, but I also feel like there's this gentleness to it too, which relates to you, Rabbit, because your words are gentle. You're not you don't tend to be abrasive when you speak. You're not, I guess that's more the Libra part of you. It's you're more diplomatic in the way you speak. You're fair, right? And this kind of shows that to me. But this year, it's all about, unfortunately for you, it's all about you speaking up. And speaking up is beautiful to do it. It's very, It takes a lot of courage, definitely, to speak up, because you will get backlash, and you will get unnecessary feedback sometimes. You will get back, you know, I know as an expert to this, so but wherever this is happening for you in your relationships, in your job, in your love life, and your friends, and your, you know, all of the areas of your life, there's somewhere you've been holding back, right? Like we saw it before, like avoidance is your biggest I'm gonna put this in quotes, like weakness, right? So it's easier to just walk away. It's easier to ghost. It's easier to just sit quietly and listen to people, even though you want to scream at them, right? Sometimes screaming is not such a bad thing. Why not? Just let it all out. But I'm not telling you what to do, right? This is just like clear-cut communication. This is like getting because when you release anything that we release, we need to release we need to release everything. This is the evolution that we're on. We're not here to be congested, right? So what the release is, whether it's crying when you're emotional, whether it's punching your pillow because you need to release that, or, you know, going boxing, whatever, whether it's mental release, which is speaking, writing, right? And this is saying that you don't want to speak it, write it, right? Or speak it into your phone, or speak into whatever. Like it needs to release. It holding it back is not going to do any favors for you, neither for the other person that you're trying to protect. Right? The rabbit will protect other people, and they'll say, "Oh, I'm not going to bring this up, so because it'll worry them." But then you retain it and you hold it. So where's the logic in that? You're not here to harbor all of everybody else's emotions either and carry it on your back. It's like, it's best. I love this actually for you. This fire. Like, let's do this. All right. So, yeah, emotional courage. Everything is talked about. Let's do love. I'm going to pull a card for love. Oh, I was directed here. So love for rabbit, which we'll put here. Put these cards to use here. Okay. Love for rabbits. What do we need to tell them for this coming year? So obviously with the fire, you are going to expect some deep emotional shifts happening, right? There's going to be some emotional breakthroughs that you wouldn't have expected in relationships. Again, romantic, friendship, family, acquaintances, colleagues, you know, all the kinds of relationships that you can have. You're like, whether it's because especially if you're holding on to this and you're hiding behind them, the fire horse it needs to surge, right? It needs it to come out. That's going to be interesting. If you're partnered, this is going to be very challenging for you, because if you're like, I'm already married 30 years, I don't want to like bring up my 30 years. The fire horse is going to say, yo, we're bringing it up. Think of it. He's a wild stallion. He's like, I am like not interested in drowning in your little pool here. What's going on here? Are you sure this is the right deck? I'm getting to be patient. Yeah, patient. The King of Cups. Scorpio. Cancer, Pisces, right? It's like all here. He is Mr. Emotional. But he's the one who regulates his nervous system as well. He doesn't allow his emotions to take over him. So this is a really beautiful card coming in saying, yes, you are going to be releasing a lot of, you're going to need to regulate your emotions in your partnerships and in your, even as a single person. You know, like you could be not with a person, right? If you're single, because if you're single, this year you will crave safety. and passion and all of that too. But there's this the fire horse will stir up so much emotions. It'll be a little bit turbulent for all of you, partnered or single. And so both partnered and single people will seek safety for sure within their partners, or within new partners. And there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Like, safety is numero uno in anything, because we need, like, finding a safe space to be able to express yourself, to be able to just be yourself, is like top, right? Alongside trust and honesty and all of that. So the King of Cups showing up here is telling me that, whether the King of Cups is here to help you through this year, but he's also telling you need to be honest. He is honest with his queen and with his knight and page, right? His kids. And then he is honest with his people. He works in from his heart. Yes, he might be like... stomped on by like the king, the emperor, or whatever, but in the end, the heart always wins, right? This is a really beautiful reading. I feel like, what's showing up is that because your wild card is avoidance, you may run away from the real talks that you need to have, right? You might say, oh yeah, you know what, like, you might be in a relationship. I just want to just give you like example. Let's say you're in a conversation with a partner, with a new love or whatever, friend, and all of a sudden you have this impulse to just like blurt out something. It's that moment where you need to stand in the awareness, because it's at that moment where the rabbit may run under the tree, run in the grass and hide, because avoidance. Like, I didn't mean that, and try to cover it up kind of thing. And it's no, stand in it. If it's coming out, there's a reason for it coming out. And if it's pissing off your partner, it's pissing off your friend, let it piss it off. Because if it's pissing off someone, it is just a mirror. And they're just reflecting, you're just reflecting, or they're reflecting back at you. So they're pissed off at something else. Like, they're pissed off at what you're saying, of course. But if they had compassion and they had love for you, then they would listen, right? It's like, it's all, it's all a tennis game here, right? So I kind of love this, and I'm going to keep this card here with this King of Cups, because it's pretty clear that your conversations have to change this year. Not have to, can change this year to help you move with this fire horse. Because avoidance is not going to get you anywhere, because you can avoid, but it's going to come back at you in a different kind of way, but maybe a way that's way more uncomfortable, way more chaotic. I mean, and at this point, there's what may be coming up because you're speaking your mind, because you are expressing yourself. You like I said, you're going to get backlash, but boundaries, right? At that point, you have to start choosing yourself here. To choose yourself and say, okay, you're not really getting what I'm trying to say here. Maybe it's because it's been 10 years I haven't said anything, but I have found the courage to say this, and now you're like condescending to me, and now you're shutting the door on me. At that point, you gotta create some boundaries too. Right? This is the year, Rabbit. It's going to be an interesting one. But it's going to be very telling for you. You're going to be moving through something that needs to release. It's almost like a year of the snake for you here, where most of us had to do a lot of shedding. You are, it's not even shedding. It's like vomiting. You're like having to like release it vocally. All right. So that's that. You're like, yo, yeah. So in career and finances and school, I also brought school for the girls and boys here that are in school. Money, career, what's coming up for you? You have growth through partnerships. Makes sense? Okay. So you're going to be moving in. If you are learning to speak up a little bit more, if some of you are thinking of partnering up with someone in business or in school or in life in general, like it doesn't have to be relationship. We're not talking about love partnerships here. We're talking about coming together, communities, centers, people like, groups, women groups, or, whatever kind of groups. This feels like a great time to do that. Like more community driven. Study groups, like groups. I like that. Your wild card for career and finances is stop playing small. Right? Again, I could see this as being, especially in this fire horse year, right? The fire horse is going to push you to your limits. And if you continue avoiding it, and if you continue like, oh, no, and allowing other people to shine, then you're going to be always a little angry. Right? It's kind of your time to face off with the horse, in a sense, right? And the horse, in the end, is a very compassionate animal. It's not like it's just that the fire horse is like a stallion, wild and free. But if it faced off with a rabbit and the rabbit was being sweet and gentle and speaking gently, he wouldn't like run over him. He would listen. Right? That's the same idea as this. So to me, I'm feeling that that's coming up. And I think that it'll affect your career, your schooling, your money situation as well. Perhaps what's happening here is we're getting some of you who haven't. Maybe you need to call your credit card companies, or you need to call and say, hey, like what's with the interest, or hey, I've been such a great client for such a long time. Maybe you can give me something. We don't try these things, but a lot of people try these things and it works. Or like calling wherever you have money and saying, you know what, I haven't seen anything happening, so can you shift me over to something high risk or low, whatever it is that you want, medium risk. Just a feeling here of, it's all about this communication for you. So money, it's not really about like finances and it's about you standing on your own 2 feet. 2 feet or 4 feet? There's a rabbit. Rabbit has whatever. Anyways, yeah. 4 feet. It's really beautiful. All right. So like that's what I was saying. So speak your value, basically. Speak your currency, right? Speak use your words, your calm, gentle words to get what you want. Finally. No need to get upset. No need to if some of you are Cancers, you are more sensitive. So that what happens is you get more, take things more personally. So, I'm not telling you what to do, but anyways, this is what it is. Like, if you speak in kindness, I always say kill them with kindness. If you speak in kindness, no one can have any, I have the word in French, but I can't think of it in English, have any vengeful thoughts against you, because you're speaking your truth. And anything that's angering them, again, it's on them. It's not on you. This is something that is really big to tackle. So health. Did I pull? I didn't pull. I don't pull. I don't pull. I'm like so into my Chinese astrology. I'm not pulling the cards. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna pull a card for this. For money and judgment. Wow. The judgment card showing up is funny. So just to finish the point, it's like it's almost like your self-criticism is on a high, that you judge yourself so badly. And what ends up happening, once people judge themselves, they end up judging others easily, right? Because it all becomes like again, a tennis game, because it's just back and forth, back and forth. It's always like, there's never that 0 point, because the 0 point is the neutral point. This is where you want to head to, rabbit. And so you judging yourself is not doing you any good. You're not getting your point across. You're not able, so thank God I brought this up, because let's say you're in a job and you never speak up to your boss, or you never speak up to your supervisor, you never speak up to your client, and and then days later they say, oh, da 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 da, and you're like, yeah, I knew that, right? Are you those kind of people that, oh, I knew that? And everyone looks at you like, okay, then why don't you say it? You're like, yeah, in your head you're like, well, I should have, could have, would have, didn't, right? And this is because you judge yourself. This is because you don't think your words are worthy enough. Not true. All words are worthy of whatever it is. If it's coming from your heart, just say it. And if 9 out of 10 people turn their backs on you or whatever, I always say, oh, I must have said something true, because I triggered the shit out of 9 people. Right? Because no one is really emotionally honest. No one is really honest in this world. Everyone's just saying things because that's what everybody else is saying. And this is really big. This is what your currency is. It has nothing to do with money per se. It's your words. And you're smart, rabbit. You have a lot to talk. You have a lot to share in this world. And you're holding it in. So let's speak up here. And even when that little ego is judging you, the shit out of you, shut that shit down and speak. And expect, yes, pushback, 1,000%. You will always get pushback if you speak the truth. Always. So get ready for that. But this is how you elevate in your jobs, in your school, in your whatever you are at right now. That's the feeling I'm getting, big time. I love it. I'm happy that I got this card for you. The next is health. I mean, someone who doesn't speak up. What does that mean to you? Right? I can just put this in reverse and say, if this is a reverse card, it means that you have throat issues, thyroid problems, perhaps. You have you're always coughing. You're always under the weather, and your throat, you can't speak. And it's and it affects everything, right? It affects sinuses, affects everything when your throat is in pain. You could even be suffering from migraines. I mean, nervous system, yeah, sensitivity, nervous system sensitivity. This whole evolution that we're on is about regulating our nervous system. But if your nervous system is always on attack, or your nervous system is always holding back, right? You're always holding back, so your nervous system is okay. So where does that tense up? Your neck, your shoulders, everywhere. So to me, it's this needs to be addressed. Hot water. I drink hot water, with nothing in it. It's very beautiful. I don't know, I love it. You could put lemon in it, you could put ginger in it, whatever. Chamomile tea is relaxing. Some of you probably suffer, if you're having problems, you probably suffer from sleep, and these are the most important things here. Your body needs to rest, because the job, the relationship, and these are just minor things in our life, in this human experience, right? You need to take care of your body. Your body is your vessel. It's your ship. So that's my little word of advice. I'm not going to pull cards on this, because I never do for health. So let's continue with this. Okay, before we get into the rest, I want to talk about the elements. So there's 5 elements in Chinese zodiac. There's fire, earth, metal, water, and wood. And we each have, depending on the month and in the year, of course, where you're born, you each have like this element attached to you, which is like a variation of the rabbit, right? It's still the rabbit, but something else. So we have the fire rabbits here are passionate but reactive. Okay, well, that's interesting. That makes sense. The fire is a reactive element, right? Fire is not, I'm going to be quiet. So some of you rabbits are listening to this whole thing. You're like, no, I speak up. So you're probably the only ones that do all of this. And all of these elements. I mean, it makes sense. And the fire horse will ignite that fire within you. But be careful when you're reacting, right? Because passionate reacting is not the same as calm reacting. Passionate reacting happens when you just like shoot out whatever the hell is coming because you're so passionate about it, which is passion is what? Anger, excitement, whatever. And unfilteredness, I am like a proponent. This is me. So I'm telling you to watch out for that. It's like hold yourself back if you need to. But still speak it. Go for it. Obviously, this is what it's about. The fire horse within you is like bringing that up to the surface. And maybe the fire rabbits will be able to go through this a bit quicker or easier because they're already used to it. So speak up. Your earth rabbit is obviously the rabbit that seeks stability and groundedness. So the fire rabbit is going to be the fire rabbit. The fire horse this year is going to cause a little bit of tension in your life because it's not about stability this year. We are done with stability right now. Stability will come in 2027 because the goat shows up, where we'll be able to like pasture in the field for a little bit, but right now we're running. So Earth Rabbit, get yourselves ready to shake up your homes, shake up your routines. Metal Rabbit is guarded heart. Yes, of course. Metal. Right? I always picture that. Of course, you're going to want to like protect yourself, shield yourself from this fire horse energy. But and it's all good. Go ahead, do that. Protect yourself for sure, but not to the point of avoidance, right? Not to the point of you saying, "Oh no, I don't want to. I'm gonna hide." Shield the heart, but please speak up. And it doesn't have to be metal with a sword. It could be like calmer. You know what to do. The water rabbit is going to move into deeper intuition. Makes sense. Emotional, right? It's like moving into like trust that intuition that moves in because it's asking you to speak from the heart. Trust me. It's going, trust me. Just speak. Just do. It may not feel stable for you at this moment in time, but this needs to be said. Listen to that. And the wood rabbit is growth through partnership. Okay, so it's the same thing like the career and finances. So yes, the wood is a more very creative energy. So if you're thinking of, again, expressing your creativity or expressing something, maybe you can tag on to someone to help you this. Maybe even all the rabbits could do that. You could like get help from another who is more like a dragon that could help you or maybe or a tiger in your life that could help you like speak it, or a rooster. I'm a rooster, I can help you speak it. But very beautiful energy. So your what's rising within you is emotional clarity, which is exactly this, but it's not really. This is mental clarity, but you're gonna start to feel a little bit more confident in your values and your truth, right? That as you speak a little bit more, you're going to be more comfortable doing that. Makes sense, right? And again, avoiding confrontation is a no-no. Avoiding conversations is a no. Avoidance is a no-no. I'm telling you this because the fire horse is not gonna sit idly by it. It's gonna come and like poke you and push you. Speak before, your power move is to speak before resentment builds. Makes sense. Da, 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 da. So the final lesson, the final shift, if maybe, is you can't have peace in your life. You can't be you if you're always avoiding the truth. It's not going to work. And the fire horse is going to show that to you more and more, It also is going to show you that being calm and gentle and soft is power as well, right? There's power in, we don't always have to be talking, but to me, there's power in silence. But you're being asked to not be silent this year because you're always silent. And you're powerfully silent. But this year, what is it that you need to get off your chest? What do you need to... There must be tons of people in your life that you want to just express yourself to. I'm fed up of your bullshit. Or I've been protecting you, and I've been guarding you, and I've been doing this for others so they can be more comfortable with you, but I'm done. I need to protect myself. I need to establish my own boundaries here. I'm done. I keep getting that message. I'm done. Wow. So, when we don't speak, resentment increases, right? Think about it. If you're not speaking up, you're holding it inside, and then what? What is it doing? Then your mind gets involved and says, "Oh, they don't like you. They this, and all this whole scenario begins, and then that's where you begin with the movie again in your life." So, big, powerful work being done here, my beautifuls. Let me pull you a last overall energy, if you actually want to hear one more. Wow, the siren! Oh my God, the siren! I don't know, mermaids. They sing to attract their human male to them. This is the power of voice. Oh, wow. I'm sorry, but this just flipped here. You saw that. And it's so funny because it's purple, pink, and kind of red. And the rabbit's colors are pink, purple, and red. Oh, very interesting. Your power of speech is your fire horse lesson of 2026. So get ready. Get ready to express yourselves, beautifuls. I can't wait to hear what you have to say to me or to other people that need to be told something. I don't know. It's gonna be a wild year. Love you, rabbit, and go check your other animals. And that's it. Check out my sessions. All my links are down below. I do private sessions. I do funny, snarky notebooks like me, and a whole bunch of stuff. So I love you, and thank you for being here. And I'll see you when I see you. Bye.